These young Tamil refugees have waited years to enjoy this freedom.
I was kidnapped by a gang of people. They kept me away. They tortured me.
They came after me. I was taken to a police station in Colombo. I was beaten. I was tortured.
They left Sri Lanka because they feared for their lives, and even distance doesn't bring peace of mind. They say they still don't feel completely safe, and they worry constantly for the relatives they left behind. Why do you two want your faces blurred? What are you scared of?
I'm afraid to show my face because they'll probably do something to my parents who are back in Sri Lanka. They will also see that I've come overseas, and they'll say I was part of the Liberation Tigers of Tamil Elam, because that's easy to say.
But the Sri Lankan government says they've got nothing to be afraid of. It denies any ethnic discrimination or persecution.
Sri Lanka is perfectly safe for all ethnicities, inclusive Tamils. There is no danger whatsoever to any person.
These men tell a different story. They're from Sri Lanka's Tamil minority in the north and east of the country. The Liberation Tigers of Tamil Elam were based in the same area. The group is considered a terrorist organisation by dozens of countries. These refugees say they weren't involved with the Tigers, but say they'd be killed by paramilitary police if they returned to Sri Lanka.
There was no reason for me to be involved with the LTTE. My dad was a businessman in Sri Lanka and we had a lot of money.
These paramilitary groups, they're the ones that were kidnapping people in the north and east. They were the ones that were destroying our schools, not letting our kids study. But the blame was coming on the Tamil Tigers because no one could identify who these people were. But everyone knew they were part of the government institution.
The men paid $15,000 each for a place on board the boat that brought them to Australia, money that most of them had to borrow from their relatives. They spent 7 months in detention and say mental illness was common among the detainees.
I thank the Australian government that I was only at Christmas Island for 7 months. But within that 7 months, I can say that I was becoming mentally unstable from the surroundings and the environment I was in. I know people who've been in Christmas Island for more than 1 year. I don't know how they're surviving.
In April, the federal government announced a 3-month freeze on processing Sri Lankan claims of asylum.
This suspension has had a good effect in that the number of boats leaving Sri Lanka has come down.
The suspension has since been lifted because the Sri Lankan government says the country is safe. Now asylum seekers face the prospect of being sent back. That's not the case for these young Tamils who treasure their refugee status, but they're afraid of what others may face.
No chance. There's no chance of that happening. For Tamil people to have safety in Sri Lanka, there's just no chance.
Australians are very compassionate people, but they don't get the information correctly. And they are only getting information from Julia Gillard and Tony Abbott telling horrible story because of the election. But the real story, is Sri Lanka is not safe. And these people are genuine refugees.
There is really no case of separatism in Sri Lanka. Although the Tamils have been claiming about discrimination in Sri Lanka, there has never been any discrimination in Sri Lanka.
But life in Brisbane is not always easy either. Most of the Tamils that come to Australia move to Sydney or Melbourne because there are large support networks already established. But here in Brisbane, there's a comparatively small Tamil community and support is hard to find, as are jobs. Some have been able to get work in an abattoir, but that conflicts with their religion. As Hindus, they believe cows are sacred.
They don't have any other option because they are desperate for a job.
Jobs are hard to find here, but even though I'm a Hindu, I just want to be happy. And for that, I need a job and a secure income.
The men know language is the key to future success.
I went to work this morning.
They hope better English will enable them to continue the university degrees they started in Sri Lanka.
We came here, we don't want to waste our time. We want to contribute to Australian society. We're not going to misuse what Australia has given us. We want to thank the government. We want to thank Australia. We will be good citizens.
And they say the security and freedom of Australia is something they'll never take for granted. Imogen Brennan, ABC News, Brisbane.